No Canada. Table of Contents. Chapter 2, Rights and Responsibilities of Canadians, on page 7. 2. Rights and Responsibilities of Canadians. Citizens of Canada have certain rights and freedoms that are guaranteed to us by the law, the Constitution, and the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. They have come from our history, our traditions, our identity, and our values. Some date back more than 800 years to the signing of the Magna Carta, the Great Charter of Freedoms, in England in 1215. A constitution is a set of rules about how a country is to be governed. Not all constitutions are written, but ours is. Great Britain's is not. Canada's first constitution was the British North American Act of 1867. In the beginning, Great Britain had more control over what Canadians did, but gradually that changed. For instance, Great Britain made, and we will continue on the next page, but let's look at the important words. Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. That's a new document that was added in about 1982. Magna Carta, an old document guaranteeing law, the rule of law. The Constitution is a document that outlines what a country believes and how they will operate. Rights, the things that we are allowed to do. Freedoms, the free movement that we have. Common law, that's natural law that most people should understand. Conscience, that's what you feel inside your mind or your heart, usually what is right or wrong. Religion, a church or a belief system. Thought, the things you think about and believe. Opinion, that's something that you might believe, but others might not believe it. Then it's your opinion. Expression. Expression means to be able to talk or tell or teach a certain thing that you believe. Speech. Speech includes talking, giving talks. It also includes writing things down and letting others read them. Press. The press is the newspaper or other news media organizations that give information to people. Assembly. That means to gather together, like at a school or an assembly or at a church or at a meeting or a town hall. Association. That means that you can be friends with other people and associate with them, visit them. Mobility is a freedom, and it means the freedom to move about, to move from province to province or across the border into the United States, in and out of Canada. Multiculturalism. This means different cultures and beliefs that people might have, or customs. It can include their clothing and the kinds of food they like to eat. Equality. That means things are the same, and it usually, in this case, means that women and men in Canada are treated equally or the same. Habeas Corpus. That's a Latin word that means they can't put you in a jail or hold you in a place without a good reason. For example, you must have broken some law to be arrested. Jury of your peers. Juries are usually 12 people that sit on a panel and listen to a court case and decide if someone is innocent or guilty. And jury of your peers. Peers means people like you. Responsibility. We all have responsibilities when we come to Canada. We like to have certain rights and privileges and freedoms, but with those comes the obligation to do things, to keep the law and to help one another protect the environment. Compulsory. That means you're forced to do something. It is not compulsory to serve in the military or the army or the armed forces in Canada. It's voluntary, which means you can join if you want to, but you are not forced to. And that's the end of page 7.